Hello, I'm Rick Nicholls, PC Critic for Community Safety and Correctional Services. Officers, we have a crisis in corrections. The past few weeks have highlighted the alarming circumstances and work environments correctional officers and other frontline staff face in Ontario. Repeatedly, I have stood up in the House and brought these issues to the government's attention, and repeatedly, they have failed to act appropriately. They have blatantly ignored my questions and subsequently downplayed recent chaotic events. It's time to stand together and to proclaim an end to inaction and idle hands. That's why I'm inviting all correctional officers as well as probation and parole officers across the province to stand with me in the legislature this Thursday, December 10th from 10 a.m. until noon while I pressure the minister to act now. In the last few weeks, there have been several unnerving incidents at the Toronto South Detention Centre. In November, an officer at the TSDC experienced a power failure in an elevator and it dropped 3 floors. Earlier this week, an inmate set several small fires which sent correctional officers to the hospital, 5 in total. But fortunately, quick action by correctional officers prevented more damage and harm and probably even prevented a death. On Monday night in Thunder Bay, a correctional officer was taken as a hostage by inmates. But these are not the only issues, and I'm sure many of you can add to this list. Correctional officers do a dangerous job. You risk your lives day in and day out. We cannot let the government continue to take you for granted. The government must open their eyes to the risks averted every day by correctional officers and thank you, not only by listening to your recommendations, but most importantly, ensuring that you have the tools and the supports in place to work in a safe environment. Friends, I believe that the frontline staff know best on how to improve the workplace and to make it safe. The Ministry of Community and Correctional Services and the Wynne government know that change is needed, but they continue to drag their feet. They must take the necessary steps to improve the work and living conditions, not only at the Toronto South Detention Centre, but all across correctional facilities in Ontario, and this must happen now. Hiring to prevent staffing shortages is needed now. Too many transfer requests are occurring because of unsafe working conditions. Increased lockdowns and increasing inmate tensions must be averted. It's the daily work of these brave officers that should be saluted rather than be silenced, as they currently are, by corrections management. To all the corrections officers that have emailed me, messaged me on Facebook, retweeted my messages, thank you for your support. We must stand together and demand action from the Ontario government before a life is lost. So join me in the Ontario Legislature on the morning of Thursday, December 10th, while I demand action.